Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh Bashem El Shai Bashem Rakakwadash. Shalom to the 144,000 rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. Anyway, I'm going to make this super quick. Let's see where the Spirit takes me. I'm going to title this woman. I'm going to title this video. Seven women shall take hold of one man, not the other way around. So this is the... Hey, matter of fact, let me see something. I'm subscribed to him. I get all his notifications. This is a Beast Mode Smooth Reacts. This is the individual's page right here. And I watch his videos from time to time. The notification came up. Woman goes on 7 speed dates and gets rejected by all of them. So I urge you to watch the video. I'm going to say a few words on it. Of course, I'm saying it right now. Pop the least attractive person, balloon, or find love. So she's the host, and this is one of the guests that's looking for a date. And they went down the line. It was 7 men. It was just spiritual. So what I entitled is 7 women shall take hold of one man, not the other way around. So this is these are men, Jake men, and there's a woman that's looking for a date. And as soon as she came out, about a good 4 of them popped their balloons automatically. And then as they're talking, going down the line, while you pop your balloon meaning you're not attracted to her. So ultimately, all of them popped the balloon, but they all had something good to say. She's a good-looking woman. I mean, you got to get a... Okay, I'm right here. 9 minutes and 6 seconds in. Let me come back. She got a nice little job. She's doing good financially. She's a trainer. You know, she's... Look at this bullshit. I got to deal with this.
You can use it on your pit's chest and even your...
Knew that. That's just me personally. Now,
okay, so this is her. This is her. You know, you see, she's a trainer. Very pretty face. Good. And they all said the same thing. They said she's very attractive. She's stacked, got nice teeth, nice hair. She looks good, very attractive. But I'm not feeling her. Now the real reason why they're not feeling her, because of her attitude. Because you know, we checked the black woman's track record. She got a bad attitude. We all anytime you see a sister, and I went on jobs where there was, I remember this one job was 2 sisters, and I said, oh boy, I got to deal with this shit. Well, sure enough, they were cool, but then they turned out to be demons, you know. And there was this one woman on the job, which she was Italian. You know, but she was a Jake. So I was kind of attracted, you know, we were kind of attracted to each other, and them 2 black women didn't like that shit, you know? And I said something to the Italian chick. I said, we were talking, I said, you got to come to my house. And then one of the sisters almost fell out the chair. she said, what? She almost fell out the damn chair because I wasn't feeling them sisters, you know? I mean, they were nice and all that, but they were black. Hey, brother, you know, hey, you got to wait. You want to get with me? You got to wait till the kingdom, baby. Because I ain't getting with no Jake women on this side. Hey, the script, this says never say never. That's what the scripture say that. Nope. But anyway, she was nice. But all them guys, they were nice. They let it down nice. But they didn't want to say, look, we don't deal with black women. That's what they wanted to say, right? But now she said something that she said most of them guys, she said, yo, I like them guys. I go out with any of them. But this is the first one she said she wasn't feeling. And you know why? She said the main reason why is because of them dreads. You got them dreads bunched up. See, the dreads ain't where it's at, and long hair. And there was another dude that had long hair, and she said that the hair's too long or something to that effect. This dude right here, you know. Then she said she kind of rejected this guy because he looks like he's mixed. he's half Ephraim, half Jake or whatever, but he talked like Jake. You know, he talked like Jake. But they all rejected her. But they really didn't tell the full truth. They rejected you because you're a so-called black woman, and everybody knows that the black woman has a nasty attitude. You know, they're a lot of trouble. It's like they package right, but there's a demon in the box. So, you know, she was cool about it. She was cool about getting, you know, she was cool. She's cool. Hey, look, I'll get with her. You know, but I'll, in the back of my mind, I'll be like with the attitude, you know, as soon as this bitch does something stupid, I'm gonna give her strike 1, strike 2, strike 3. I'm out of there, man. And I did that before. This one woman, she didn't really do nothing bad, but you can see that attitude was gonna come out. So I cut it off before. Why you let? I said I didn't tell her why, but I said I knew in time, could be a month, 2 months, that her attitude, that nasty attitude, was gonna come out. So I said, "Fuck you, bitch." And some of them chicks, when you reject them, they'll actually cry. They'll cry. What? Women cannot accept rejection, man. She went to the back crying and stuff, but they all said she's stacked. She looks good. You know, she got good hair. She got nice teeth. You know. But they wasn't gonna say the straight up truth because it would look bad. It would look bad. The real reason why I don't like you is because you're a sister. You're a black woman. You're an American black woman, and y'all got bad attitudes. Y'all start shit, you know. So anyway, you know, a couple of scriptures came to mind. 7 women shall take hold of one man. We know that scripture. And that means many women shall take hold of 1,000 women shall take hold of one man. 20 women shall take hold of one man. There's going to be a time where these women are going to be desperate to get a man, and that's what the black women, they can shake their head, roll their eyes, and all that. Take their hands like they picking grapes. You know how the black women, my mother used to do that. You talk to you, they picking grapes out the fucking air. But, you know, when they sassy and all that, but when they go home, man, they go home lonely by themselves, eating fucking chocolate, maybe got a dog, and crying and shit, you know? You know, that song, Smokey Robinson, the tears of a clown when no one's around. Well, that's the black woman, the tears of a clown when no one's around. Great classic songs, one of the all-time classics. So anyway, watch this video, and you can subscribe to him. There's a lot of YouTube videos with Jake men dealing with the problem of the so-called black woman. Now, if she was a Latin woman, there wasn't going to be many bubbles that was going to be popped, or even a white woman, even a white woman. But anyway, let me give you these 3 precepts to show you that. Oh, and another thing, you got young guys. Well, how do I talk? They ask for advice. How do I talk to women? I don't know how to talk to a woman. You got OGs telling you how to. This is what you do with a woman. No, you don't got to do nothing. If you look a certain way, you keep yourself. You know, you dress a certain way. You look a certain way. You. If you're not an ugly guy, you know, whatever the fuck that means. You know, if you got an attractive look as a man, as being attracting a woman, the woman will come to you. The woman will come to you. You don't got to go to them; they'll come to you, or they'll give you signs. They'll give you signs for you to talk to them. You know, when you grow up, you'll see those signs. You know, you'll be able to read a person's body language. She digs you because of her body language. You might not say anything. She might say, you might ask a chick out, and she might say no, but she's attracted to you. And she might say, if he keeps asking, I'll go out with him. I'm gonna, you know. And some guys move on, and you brothers that been around, you know. You don't got to go after women. Women come after you, or they'll summon you through their body language. Real talk. So anyway, let's hit these precepts, and on to the next one. Isaiah. First scripture that came to mind was Isaiah 4. Now, Bishop Nathan, you said that's talking about in the kingdom. No, it's going to happen before the kingdom. Because in the kingdom, when we get our woman, none of our Israelite women going to be working. None of our concubines going to be working. The only time the concubines be working is in the bed. But you're going to have women servants that are under your wives. So in the kingdom, not one Israelite woman, they're going to be blessed. They ain't going to be working. So this is talking about on this side. In that day, 7 women, which were coming to that day, shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, meaning we'll take care. You don't got to take care of us. Why? Because they're desperate, and because of all hell is breaking loose. And we're slowly coming to 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and 16. We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Now, reproach is to have a man. You have a man, then you have you're pregnant by that man, your reproach is taken away. That's what Elizabeth said when she conceived John by the priest Zacchaeus. She said, thou hast taken away my reproach. And there's other scriptures on that where a woman's reproach was taken away because she got a man. See, a woman is placed upon the earth to be for a man. That's your job. That goes back to the very beginning, Genesis. And he will rule over thee, Genesis 3:16. So what man wants a woman that he got to fight with, or she's trying to rule over him? Ain't nobody want that. It's like I said, it goes back to your nasty attitude. Ain't nobody want no, hey, brother, no, well, as far as I know, if you got one, you got to deal with it, brother. May the force be with you. But GMS, we ain't into the so-called black woman because of their nasty attitudes. A lot of these brothers, Southern Kingdom brothers, they're into like the Latin woman. Some of them even got Edomite looking woman, Irish woman, Italian woman, which are Jake, nothing but Jake, certain Polish. You got Israel scattered all throughout the planet Earth, literally. It says, in that day shall the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious. Now, the beauty is going to be for the men, because Edomite women, I did a video some months back, and I went to Google and I said, how many white women are attracted to black men, or something to that effect. And they said it was I believe it was 90, it was like 87, 88%, which is rounded off to 90. That means 10 white women, 9 of them got a thing for Jake men. Whether they're dealing with the Jake men or fantasizing about the Jake man. And the 1% and the one that doesn't, she don't want to admit it. She don't want to admit it. So the power of the Israelite man is coming back. The Most High is putting that Superman power back on us. Ultimately, we are going to be changed. 1 Corinthians 15, verse 50 on down. And Esau knows that. Esau knows that, man. We just when it comes to sports, we just outdo. Now they'll say, well, Jake can't make it in the financial world. Well, when you in the financial world, you go to college for X amount of years to learn that. If you take Jake and give him a running start, start him, take a Jake man and an Edomite baby, Jake baby, Edomite baby, train him the same way, the Jake man is going to outdo him in finance, smarts, everything else. Okay? Jake excels in sports because that's a sports. You know, you come from the hood. The hood, you got to be athletic. You out running pit bulls, dudes down the street. You fighting all the time. You know, it toughens you up. You know, like our black women, they'll fight men because they're from the streets. So, like in the NBA, the majority of Jake, they come from the hood. Cheapest sport out there is basketball. There's always a basketball court, you know. Boxing, that come from the hood. MMA come from the most part from the hood. You know, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu come from the hood. It's rare that you see Jakes in the tennis because that's not a hood sport. Golf is not a hood sport. Basketball is a hood sport. Baseball is a hood sport. Dominicans, all Dominicans do, man, they play baseball. Father push them. That's why they're great baseball players. Because that's all they do, Jake, basketball. Anyway, it says, in that day shall the branch of our Lord be beautiful. So that's the building. See, the kingdom is here, but it's not fully manifested. The kingdom is us. The kingdom is within you. Okay? And the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and calmly beautiful for them that are escaped of Israel. The Israelites escaping. And who's going to escape of Israel? The elect. We're going to be delivered. And it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion and he that remaineth in Jerusalem shall be called holy, even everyone that is written among the living in Jerusalem. Now, Jerusalem is a people before its place. Zion is a people before. Zion is a remembrance. It means remembrance, monument. Israel, Israel, Israel. Even everyone, the elect that is written among the living in Israel. The ones that are living in Israel are the elect to Israel, not just any Israelite. Galatians, Galatians 6 says the Israel of the Most High, which are the elect. When Yahweh shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion. Now that represents the women and the men. And immediately Isaiah 4:4, what immediately comes to mind is Romans 11, 25 and 26. The Most High is going to forgive and cleanse all of Israel. So even these wicked Israelites on this side, they're going to die on this side. The 2/3 are going to die, but they're coming back in the kingdom. So don't listen to Bishop Nathaniel about, there's a certain amount of Israelites that are going to burn in hell too. First of all, there's no such thing as hell. That's a Roman Catholic doctrine. There's a reason why he calls himself a bishop. That's a Roman Catholic term, which is they got from the Bible. So he's really a Roman Catholic. He's a black Roman Catholic. I had to throw one out there at you because you're going off, man. And like Michael Jackson said, you're doing wrong, you're doing wrong, you're doing wrong. Teaching let men can have long hair. Oh, and by the way, the woman in the video, the ones that she really rejected was the ones with long hair. The dreads. You know, she said, I ain't into the dreads. It says, and Yahweh will create upon every dwelling place of Mount Zion, which is the kingdom, and upon his assemblies, which are Israel, starting with the elect, a cloud and smoke by day, and a shining of a flaming fire by night. That goes back to when we left out of Egypt in Numbers. That was a ship. So we're going to be protected. So a cloud. Matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? Let me do this. So this kills this thing about Gog and Magog, which Bishop Nate, not understanding Gog and Magog, he says you got Gog and Magog. No. This Gog, Magog means from Gog, which means Gog from the land of Gog. It's not two Gogs. It's one Gog. So now let me see, where am I? Okay, let me go to let me come over here. Bear with me for a minute. Okay, let me do this. Let's just see where this goes. By the way, for you that don't know, the Passover is tomorrow night, Saturday night, the 23rd. All right, let me come over here to the Bible Hub. See, I said this was going to be a short. It's a little bit long. That's how the Spirit works. So now let's see what happens here. So it says in Isaiah 4 and 5 that you're going to be a cloud by day, a smoke by day, and a pillar of fire by night. Let's see what the Cambridge got to say. I guarantee you they're going to make a reference, or they should make a reference to at least the book of Numbers. Yep, there it is right here. Jehovah or Yahweh was manifested as a cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. That's a gigantic ship. So they had light. They had light in the wilderness for 40 years. So now you give you a handful of precepts. Exodus 13:21. And the Lord went before them by day, by day in a pillar of a cloud, and led them the way, I can't hardly see it, and by night a pillar of fire, which was light, to give them light to go by day and night. So it's a gigantic ship, because the wilderness was pitch black dark. You can see 2 feet in front of you. So that ship had to be as big as the wilderness itself. What is this? Okay, this is Numbers 9 and 15. It says the same thing. Numbers 10 and 34. And the cloud of the Lord was on them by day when they went out of the camp. Numbers 14 and 14. And they will tell it to the inhabitants of this land, for they have heard that your Lord, you Lord or Yahweh, it's hard to see these letters, they're so small and light, are among this people, that Yahweh are seen face to face, and that your cloud stands over them, and that you go before them by daytime in a pillar of a cloud and in a pillar of fire by night. A gigantic UFO. So Gog from Magog will not get us in 1,000 years, because that pillar, and it's symbolic. It's literal. You know, when we was in the wilderness, it was a literal ship that was like a cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. That ship. How I'm not gonna do the math. But how many miles from one end of the wilderness to the other? How many miles is that? We're talking could be 500 miles. I'm not going to do the math. Okay, so it says cloud, a cloud by day, and smoke with the shining of a flaming fire by night. Now, do they make a reference to? They really don't make a reference to gather the people sanctify the congregation, assemble the elders, gather the children, and those that suck the breast. Let the bridegroom go forth of his chambers, and the bride out of her closet. And us being in this hell, we're in the closet. We're still in the closet, man. Like the moles, they come out the closet. The guy's a mole for years. Then all of a sudden he says he says he's a mole, so he came out the closet. So us coming out the closet is when the whole world's gonna say, "Oh shit, though Jakes are Israelites." The gracious presence of Yahweh becomes a visible fact to men's eyes, and the cloud and smoke, which, because Esau gonna get that smoke, overshadows and protect the new Jerusalem, which is a people before it's a place. The symbolism is drawn from the story of the Exodus and the tabernacle in the desert. Exodus 13, verse 21. Cloud by day, fire by night. Exodus 40, verse. Cloud covered them. So there you go. So let me come back over here. So y'all always go to Isaiah 4 and you read the first 2-3 verses. You got to read the whole chapter. It's a short chapter. So just as the Most High watched over Israel, we're talking almost 4,000 years ago, he's going to watch over us again. We're going to be protected. Our kingdom is going to be an everlasting kingdom. 6th verse, and there shall be a tabernacle for a shadow in the daytime from the heat, and for a place of refuge, and for a covert from storm and from rain. In other words, that means we're going to be full. Once we get in the kingdom, ain't no enemy going to come up against us. Ain't going to be no Gog and Magog coming against us. Matter of fact, let me do this. Let me leave it at, let me do this. Let me go to Revelation 20. Start at the 8th verse. Okay, Satan shall be loose out of his prison. That's talking about the beginning of the Renaissance. Christopher Columbus, Torquemada, Queen Isabella, King Ferdinand. I believe that they rule, each one ruled the kingdom. I believe Aragon and Castile, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody help me out. I'm not going to look for it. And shall go out to deceive the nations. That's talking about from the time of Christopher Columbus, when he deceived, came against the Northern Kingdom. And at that time, when he was still, it was in the end of the 1400s, going to the 1500s. That's when Jake started being taken into captivity from West Africa. That happened in the beginning of the 1500s. Inside the first 10 years of the 1500s. And the first Jakes went to Hispaniola, which is the island of Hispaniola, named after the Spaniards, because the power source came out of Spain, not out of Rome. Those were Jakes. So a lot of these Simeonites are actually Judites. Judah, Benjamin, Levi. And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. That's talking about, this is getting ready to happen in our time. This is not after 1,000 years. And when they went up on the breadth of the earth and encamped and compassed the camp of the saints. The camp of the saints is the land of Israel, But the camp of the saints are also the Israelites. And the beloved city are the Israelites, and fire came down from the Most High out of heaven and devoured them. What fire is that talking about? The missiles. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire, into the lake of fire and brimstone. What's the lake of fire and brimstone? It's not talking about an eternal hell where you burn forever. It's talking about Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, the whore that sits on many waters, where the beast and the false prophet are. And because Roman Catholicism is within this society, the official religion, tongue twister, the official religion of the U.S. is, they'll say, well, there's no official religion, pursuant to the First Amendment. No, there is an official. They got a church, a major church in Washington that all the politicians go to. They don't have no mosque. They don't have no temple. So the official religion is Christianity. The chief of Christianity is Roman Catholicism. So the false prophet represents their form of Christianity. It says, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. Now that's talking about what? What does the word torment mean? Bishop Nathaniel said, oh, that's talking about burning in hell. Nope. Torment can mean you're in a sailboat and you wanted to go north, and there's a wind, a west wind pushing you to the east. That's called torment. Look it up. Look the word up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look it up for you. If you got a car you ever had a car, your tire blew out, and you going slow and you hoping that the rubber don't totally go out because it'll mess up your rims. You hope you can find a flat fixed spot. Well, that's torment. You dealing with a chick, you don't want to deal with her no more. She constantly calling you. You got to change your number. She knows where you live. She coming in your house, banging on your door. That's torment. I'm going to close after this. This is back to the basics anyway. So 7 women shall take hold of one man. It's going to happen on this side. A man shall be more precious than fine gold. Torment. Let's look up the word torment. To be harassed, distress of those who at sea are struggling with a headwind. You want to go north, the west wind comes and pushes you east. So you got to fight the wind to stay north, to keep going north. It means toil. Vex. So it does not mean torment does not mean a burning. Forever and ever is talking about they're going to be in captivity for a long time, then they're going to be destroyed. And then the only ones that's going to remain are the Israelites and the other nations, and they're going to always be up under us. And Esau is going to be no more. Job 20. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom on to the next.